Hey guys, I do want to give you a little bit of background on me. Some of you some kind of know my story, but for the 2015 contest prep, I was kind of on my way out of Beachbody. Now, I'm not here to convince anyone to do anything or another thing. It's just I was in a place in my life and my business where I kind of wanted out of the business. So, Beachbody Classic 2015 was kind of my last hoorah, so to speak. And some of you guys know this. Obviously, I ended up coming back, but the day after I walked off stage in 2015, I quit Beachbody. Okay, I ended up coming back in 2016, but I was on my way out. Now, what does that mean? Well, what that means is, I'm not super trying to grow a team during my prep for the 2015 Classic. I was purely selfishly focused only on my results. I had the support of my wife going there. I wasn't, trying to grow a business. I was just 100% dedicated to a contest prep, not trying to grow a business at all. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? So selfishly, my time, my food, my workouts, had less distractions, so to speak, than a coach on prep trying to grow a business. I'll contrast that to 2016 later. Okay, so going to 2015, it was going to be in Nashville. It was going to be closer to me. It's about a 6-hour drive from here. And that means that I was able to bring my meals in that cooler prepared. I packed a microwave, to heat my meals. I had my wife with me. Fortunately, she was able to go. And she was able to keep an eye on me because, the week of the show, you're not in your best condition. Another one of my coaches, a few more of my coaches were going too. And they can describe me as having a Robert brain, they called it, because I would hear every other word, or comprehend every other word they would say. And so I was, they would just kind of leave me in the hotel room and I would just focus on eating my meals. And my wife and a few of my other coaches, they would go shop at Core. They go walk around Nashville. And it was so hot, I had to watch my water, so being out in Titan Stadium, I think it was called, in the heat, it was dehydrating me more as I had to watch my water. So, I was pretty high maintenance and not very pleasant to be around at Summit, and actually missed some of the events because I had to, get tanning appointments and didn't want, I had to get back to my room. I just literally just kind of stayed in my room a lot, unfortunately, during Summit, and missed a lot of the events. But I was prepared and I was going all in, and to see what I do this competition. And I got called out in the top 10. It was a little bit surprising to me. I was shocked and honored. I do felt I brought a better physique than the previous year, but I didn't know I was top 10 physique. So that was a true shock to me. It was really cool. I became friends with Todd Rosenzweig, the guy who won the previous year. And, he encouraged me throughout my entire contest prep. So I didn't have like a huge support system, but I had a couple of people kind of rooting me on. People who were in the top 10 the year before reached out to me and saw how I was looking, in various groups I was posting in. And, like I said, I was on my way out of Beachbody. I was just selfishly focused on my results, and bam, I get rewarded with top 10 placing in the competition. And I was like, wow, but I was in a certain place in my mindset, in my Beachbody business, that I did quit the business the day after I walked off stage. I was moving towards another team, so to speak, but at my decision, at my discretion, for various reasons. Obviously, I came back with a vengeance in the business. Basically, made diamond the first week. I was back, but for 2015, I was able to selfishly focus 100% on competition because I wasn't trying to grow a team. So I had somewhat of an edge there, but 2016 was a whole another ball game. In 2016, was shocked at my placing and saw my physique. I was like, well, hell, if that physique got top 10, hell, maybe I can get a trophy for 2016. And I went all in and basically was on prep the entire year, coming off that stage, because I knew, even though I quit Beachbody, I knew I was coming back. And so, like, the week or two after stepping off stage in 2015, though it wasn't in a Beachbody coach anymore. I knew I was coming back, and my heart was set on getting a trophy in 2016. And I prepped the full year. I was on contest prep the full year. When I was traveling for business, I had my meals, I had my workouts. I saw what I looked like with low body fat. I knew some physique things I wanted to tweak and work on. And, I went all in for 2016. And when I came back to Beachbody in January 2016, I came back as a dominant coach the first week. And, was trying to grow a team and a business and do contest prep. And that was very, very stressful. It was a whole different experience, competing in 2016 with, as a Diamond Plus organization, trying to grow a team. I think I had, 15 to 20 coaches at Summit that year, and some of those coaches were competing as well. And it was just a totally different experience. So if you don't have a large team of coaches yet, and you can, I hate to use the word selfishly grow, but if you can, but if you're just singly focused on a competition, that's all you're doing, you're going to have a different experience in prep perhaps than maybe somebody who's doing training sessions themselves and leading training sessions and leading team calls and customer support calls and running challenge groups and growing a business. It's just another, a whole other layer to do this with a Diamond Plus organization, growing a team, doing all that work. So, I just want to put that out there, and you can make of that what you will. You'll have a different experience. 2016. So 2016 was awesome. Like I said, I had 15 to 20 coaches there. Made a lot of friends in Beachbody, and got to meet some people not on my team. Hang out with other coaches. There's Cody. It was a great vibe, man. It was a great network. That's what's probably unique about Beachbody and the Classic is a lot of us are kind of friendly with each other. We hang out with each other at Summit. And it was just a great experience. Like I said, I went as a dominant coach here. This year, I came to win. That was my mindset going in. I really wanted to place well in the show. Here's kind of like a coach check-in photo. So here's me in 2016. I think this was maybe the morning of prejudging, perhaps. Me and a few of the coaches that year. I think this is morning prejudging. So looking lean, have some abs here. Definitely a different physique than 2015. Here's me in the first place finisher, Alfonso. Definitely have a more of a V taper this year than last year. My shoulders are bigger. My arms might be bigger. My chest is kind of more defined. Alfonso's a super nice guy. 2016 was a rough year for me because I had a lot of stressors hit me with the competition, my day job, and other things that, I started having anxiety. And I think that may have led to acid reflux or GERD or stress. And, some of you probably heard the story where 2 months out from the show, I had issues where I couldn't swallow whole foods that would get stuck in my esophagus. And I would think I was choking. And I went to the doctor about it and talked to my coach about it. And I ended up, just to get the food down, guys, I had to blend my meals. I was literally, putting 3 cups of water in with all my meals. Fish shakes, steak and shakes. I ate whatever was on my plan, but I drank it. Okay. And I drank pretty much all of my meals just to get them down my throat 2 months out. Like, that's how insane I was. That's how focused I was on the competition, because I wanted to do whatever it takes. I really wanted the trophy. I felt a lot more confident coming off the 2015 top 10 finisher. I felt confident that I would have a full year of dedication. I would commit a full year of my life to really going all out for this competition, building a bigger physique, adding more size, building maybe some weak points. And I happened to bump into Alfonso in in the core, met him and his wife, and he asked me about my throat, and super nice guy. And then his wife said, "Hey, you guys want to take a picture?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Can I put my arm around? She goes, "No, take your shirts off." And I look at Alfonso. I'm like, "Man, you want to do this right now?" Because we just went through prejudging. He's like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "Well, hell, let's go find some good lighting." And so, if you guys ever want to take a great picture, go find the Sagi section or the Body View section in Core. They always got good lighting right there. So we went in the Body View section and took our shirts off and snapped a few pictures. And this was a lot of fun. But I thought I had a pretty good physique that year. But a lot of this stuff, guys, is in the hands of the judges. A lot of things are beyond your control, and there was some pretty stacked competition that year. This is me the night of the show. Took a picture with Sagi. This is me like right after the show ended with Brittany Bell, one of my coaches. So I had a different shape physique that year. Of course, I'm out angling her like hell right here, turning all that weird shit. But, I was somewhat lean that year. But you know what? I did not make top 10. I brought what I thought was a better physique than the previous year, but I did not make top 10 at all. You know what I mean? So you can imagine having put in all the time and effort in. It was devastating. Definitely hit to the ego. Took me a while to get over it, but we still had a good time. Mary Jane went, thank God. She kind of kept an eye on me when I was really going all in, watching my water, making sure I was eating my meals on time. So I was super blessed to have Mary Jane there supporting me. Great friends and my coaches. One of my coaches showed. We had a great team dinner. It was I still had a good experience, but I just didn't get the placing that I wanted. Having done all the work. So even if you bring a really good physique, and even if you think you're ready, you're still at the hands of the judges. So, I saw some really good physiques that year that did not make top 10. It wasn't just me. There were other physiques that year that didn't make top 10. So no matter what your efforts are, at the end of the day, this stuff's going to be down to the opinion of judges. So, that was my 2016 year. Did not make top 10, thought about a better package. So, that is what it is.